Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and come on in. And yes, you too. You're not here on accident. You're listening to Coach P, and I am daughter of the caged bird. Today, you did that, honoring the courage to tell the truth. Hey, sis. Hey, how are you? Welcome. Before anything else, I want to pause and say this. I am proud of you. Yes, you, you, and you too. I am proud of you. You who showed up with trembling hands and a trembling voice. You who chose to speak the truth even though it still hurts. You who whispered what once felt unspeakable. You did that. Today is not just another step in your healing journey. Today, you tore down the walls. You unlocked something deep inside you that has been waiting, aching, begging to be seen and heard. You spoke your truth, and that is everything. You spoke your truth. You spoke your truth. And yes, you spoke your truth too. And ladies, sisters, friends, that is everything. The courage it takes. Telling the truth, especially about deep trauma, is one of the bravest things you will ever do. It's not just words. It's wounds wrapped in courage. It's the little girl inside you, finally finding her voice. So don't let anyone minimize that. What you did today is not small. It's not insignificant. It's not just talking. It's transformation. It's you stepping out of silence and shame. It's you rewriting the story you were told to keep hidden. It's you telling your heart, you're safe now. You didn't just speak, you stood. You stood up for the version of you that was hurt. You stood. You stood up for the version of you that was hurt. You stood. You stood up for your freedom. You stood. You stood up for the generations coming behind you. You stood. You stood. You stood. And the weight you released by standing. And I know it hurt. I know it hurt. I know that telling the truth brought up tears you didn't expect, memories that shook you, questions that still don't have answers. But here's what I want to affirm. You released weight today. You put down shame that never belonged to you. You spoke through fear and came out stronger, my sister. And even if your heart still feels tender, that's okay. Healing is tender. Healing is raw. But every time you tell the truth, it's like opening a window in a room that's been locked up for years. For years. But when you open that window, the fresh air comes in. The stuffiness flows out. The light comes in. The darkness is now being exposed. And even though it stings at first, you start to breathe again. Think about that. Think about all of the dark places you sat. You kept the blinds down. You kept the windows closed. You felt stuffy. You sat in your chair and you just sat there and rocked. And now that you're speaking out, you rise up. You open the window shades, the blinds, the window. The air is brightly shining. You see the light. Darkness is fading. I want to say this again, because you made to hear it more than once. Your truth is sacred. Your truth is powerful. Your truth matters. You don't have to say it perfectly. You don't have to explain it away. You don't need permission from anyone to speak. It's your truth. It's your story. It's your release. You are not responsible for how others receive your truth. You are responsible for honoring your voice. And just in case no one ever told you this before, you are not too much. Your story is not too messy. Your past does not disqualify you. In fact, your honesty is a ministry. Your vulnerability is a gift. And the truth you just told, the truth you just told, that truth is going to set others free. See, your truth is not just about setting you free, it's about giving others a voice. When they hear your truth and they see how you came out, then it's going to give them the voice and the power to do the same. Staying in the light. You've now opened the blinds. You've now opened the window. You've now let fresh air in. You've now let sunlight in. You faded out the darkness. Now that you've spoken your truth, I want to encourage you to stay in the light. Truth is like a light switch in a dark room. Think about that. Think about where you've been in the dark. When you're sitting in the dark and you need to get something out of a dark room, you turn the light on. Once you turn the light on, you can see everything clearly. You see where you're going. So your truth is like a light switch in a dark room. Once you flip it on, you see everything more clearly. It's hard, yes, but it's also holy. You might be tempted to retreat back into silence when it gets uncomfortable. Don't. This is your turning point. This is where the healing becomes deeper. This is where you start walking lighter, freer, and fuller. Let your truth be your anchor, not your fear. Let it be the place where your healing starts, not where it stops. And if anyone tries to dim your light, remind them, I've lived in the dark long enough. This voice, this story is mine, and I'm not hiding anymore. Celebrate your progress. Look at how far you've come. 4 days ago, you were standing at the door, unsure if you were even allowed to start healing. Now, you're standing in your truth. That's not just growth, that's freedom rising. Celebrate that. Celebrate the tears. Celebrate the journal pages. Celebrate the truth you dared to speak. Because every time you speak, sister, you chip away at the shame. Every time you tell your story, my sisters, you plant a seed of hope in someone else's heart. Yes, it's hard, but your healing is not just for you. It's for you. It's for your children. It's for your spouse. It's for someone who has gone through the same thing. Your healing is for everyone tied to you. But more importantly, your healing is for you. Every time you tell your story, every time you plant a seed of hope in someone else's heart, every time you show up for yourself, you become more of the woman God designed you to be. You were the chosen. Closing affirmations, my sister. Say these out loud, even if you have to whisper through the tears. I am proud of myself for telling the truth. Yes, that hurts, but say it, because you did it. I am proud of myself for telling the truth. I am not my past. I am healing. I am safe to be honest. I do not carry shame. I do not carry shame. My voice is strong. My truth is enough. I am healing day by day, word by word, minute by minute. And I am free to keep going. Final words. So here's what I want to leave with you. So you did something brave. You chose healing. You chose you. And that is worth celebrating, my sister. You don't have to go back to silence. You don't have to explain away your experience. You just keep showing up. Keep speaking. Keep healing. Because the truth is, you're a superpower. And baby girl, you are walking in it now. And I applaud you. Thank you. And I will see you on day 5. This is all about healing, growing, and helping someone else. Thank you for listening. Remember, I see you. Like, comment, and subscribe because there's somebody out here who needs this series. Have an amazing day.